Hello, this is the Black Indian, aka Cinnamon Sunshine, coming to you live. I hope you hear me because I've got cartoons on in one room and the radio on behind me, so I hope you can hear me okay. Um, I'm trying to get used to this live video, and I'll probably go on screen soon. Sometimes I just don't feel like it. So when I don't feel like doing something, I just don't do it. Um, I wanted to do a correction to a video I did yesterday because I did two of them yesterday. And oh, in case anybody's not familiar or you're not, following our channel, I'm the lady that was a victim of a home invasion and kidnapping. I was kidnapped too. And you may be thinking, what the fuck? And I do cuss. Uh, you were kidnapped, yeah? I was kidnapped out of my house, and I'm not laughing either. Literally kidnapped by the Memphis Police Department. Um, and held illegally for 6 days while Alexis Pugh and her gang descended, I hope that's the right word, upon my home and abused and beat my dogs and dragged them out of my house in the middle of the night, knowing I was to finally be released within 8 hours, just out of pure evil. It's not like they don't have enough dogs to kill, right? It's not like they can't handle their fucking job at the dog pound now. It's just pitiful. This started, well, actually, no. Actually, this started probably in 2017 when they started stalking me, when the dog pound started stalking me. And a woman named Betty, out of the blue on Facebook, oh, I've been watching you on Facebook. I'd like to donate dog food because we were feeding dogs in the streets to keep them alive until we could, eventually find them homes. If not, just to fucking keep them alive. What that does is it keeps them alive and it keeps situations like the tragedy that happened last week, I believe, when the gentleman lost his life because a pack of dogs attacked him and mauled him. And he passed away, bless his heart, from his injuries. What the dog pound did, and keep in mind, they're evil. They don't give a fuck, okay? What they did, and a young lady in environmental court, when I was going through that fiasco, brought this to my attention. She said, ma'am, they were jealous of what you were doing. And I'm not a prideful person, but I really think that's what it is and what it was. We were doing more with me and two of my relatives than their whole fucking staff could do with city money and all that shit. We really made an impact on the community, on people, and all it is and all it was hard work and a ministry for us. And I say that to say that what Memphis Animal Services and the crooked cop, what's that bitch's name? What is that bitch? What is his name? I should know his name on the tip of my tongue. Brandon Jones, that little bitch. What they did was they killed my baby. They beat him in the head, Coach Cheese, when they broke in. He bled out months later and died. What they stole my dogs from me. They put them on a 3-day straight hold, knowing damn well that they had burglarized my home and stole them out. Then they wouldn't give them back. They had them on a 3-day hold. Then they decided they just wanted to write down who they wanted to keep. Like they were fucking shopping. And that all stemmed from them stalking my Facebook page. And we're also in contact with Facebook, their legal department. Because what they're telling us is you should be able, I should be free to have my animals on Facebook like we were doing to have people help pay bills without having to worry about the fucking dog pound stalking you, deciding that, gee, we really like these dogs. We know they're vetted. We think they're friendly. We could get in there and steal her dogs, right? You shouldn't be subjected to that type of thing. That's stalking. That's a whole lot of things I won't get into tonight because I just don't fucking feel like it. Let me take a swig of this. No, this is not coffee. Now, when I get my good cup of coffee, I'm really gonna spill some tea for y'all, as they say. But what I wanted to make a correction on is yesterday we were trying to figure out who this attorney was on the bankruptcy, and we figured that out today. And she had some affiliation with Carly McCullough, but she's not involved with her. And I've been I've been goddamn transparent. I'm a real motherfucking woman. So if I'm wrong about something, or if I do something, I'm a woman enough to say, hey, I'm more woman than the dog pound or the city of Memphis could ever be. Because I'm a real motherfucker. Okay? So if I say something wrong, or I am wrong about something, I'm woman enough to tell you, hey, I fucked that up. Or I wasn't right about this, or I wasn't right about that. That's the type of person that I am. But there are not many people in the world like me. I do recognize that. But that does not negate the fact that Carly McCullough threw me and my dogs under the bus. Let's not forget that. That little black bitch looked like a little fucking troll. Went up there in bankruptcy court and perjured herself because she had more allegiance to the city and the city lawyers where she used to work than to her client. And I was her client. I had written an open letter to the court, and I guess I'll have to, from this point on, just send it directly to the judge. Any court of law, you can do an open letter. I mean, that's just like within your right, because it breaks down the details of everything that happened. And sometimes when you have little employees that work there, they're not mature or open-minded enough to understand the depth of what has happened. So people have their little prejudices, or sometimes people feel like, oh, well, this happened, so it must be true. All they know is their little job, and they go home every fucking day. They have no sense, and there are a lot of people like that. That's what I call the matrix. You know, they have no sense of anything outside of the box. And I say that because I had to call up there for something today, and I'm very sensitive. I pick up on people. I pick up on your voice, your mood, every goddamn thing. Like I did Brandon Jones that horrible night, and I knew that motherfucker was not right. There is no way he should have ever been on the job. But let me loop back to where I was. I noticed when I called up there today, and I've been dealing with bankruptcy court for for about a year and a half. A little over a year and a half. And I noticed that there was a difference today. So I said, okay, well, you know, we're almost through with our business together. But it's just sad because people have prejudices. I have prejudices. But you cannot judge a person on what someone else says. You follow what I'm saying? People say all kind of shit, like the dog pound. Everybody they come in contact with is a hoarder or a dog fighter, or is animal cruelty. And many times it's not. And what you do is you take away from the ones that really are hoarders, like the woman that had the 60 dogs in the house that Alexis Pugh knew about, and one of the dogs almost killed her husband, but Alexis Pugh did nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So people say a whole lot of things. They say a lot. And a lot of things that they say are to cover themselves. This situation is not something that's going to go away overnight. We live this nightmare. I live this nightmare every day. What the police did in my home and to me and to my dogs, what the dog pound did, is horrific. And it's criminal. And they did it because they wanted to feel their chests go out. You know, we can, like, what's that bitch's name? What is that bitch's name? I can't remember anybody's goddamn name tonight. Their names ought to roll off my goddamn tongue, but, you know, I try to give my mind a break because those people are sick. You know, they're sick. It's something wrong with you when you feel like You can do anything you want to a person because you feel like you have a position. Bitch, you put your, I'll say this all the time. You put your panties on one leg at a time. You put your pants on one leg at a time. You still have to sit your ass on the toilet and shit and wipe your ass, hopefully, like I do. Sorry if that's too graphic for you. So at the end of the end, and we all came here alone, and we all are gonna leave here one way or the other. All of us, me, you, and everybody else. That is what you have to, or you should, acknowledge to keep yourself balanced in this world, because you can get carried away with a position. A position is not God-given. This is man's world right now. So that little position, title, whatever the fuck you think you have, just like he giveth, it can be taken away. Then what do you have? But people don't think about that. All they think about is I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want to you. Whatever I want, and you can't do anything. Shit. Try me on another day, bitch. I'm sort of ranting tonight, but I did want to correct that other video from last night that Carly McCullough. Now, my little assistant did see a connection between the two, but when I looked back through, I didn't see one. And we did find out what the issue was. It's not a big deal. But I did want to make that correction. This is sad. This is sad. It's sad. I was a victim of a home invasion, illegal false imprisonment, illegal detainment. They made several false police reports. Oh God, extortion. My dogs were subjected to true animal cruelty, animal abuse by the pound, neglect. Shit. I have it all written down. A lot of shit. When, to be honest with you, they had no business on my property. No business. I was dragged. Let me just go ahead and give you a little piece of it. I was literally dragged out of my home. I promised my heart to God and all my relatives that had passed on. I had done nothing wrong. Brandon Jones wanted to come in my house, and I exercised my Fourth Amendment right. It was 1 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Bitch, no, you're not coming in my goddamn house. And because I exercised my Fourth Amendment right, this bitch lied, came back with 20 motherfucking cops beating and banging on my motherfucking doors. Y'all, they beat on my doors so hard, my whole fucking house shook. My whole motherfucking house shook. You don't hear me. My whole motherfucking house shook. I was dragged out, and my parents never treated me that way. I've never had anybody treat me that way. I forgot police brutality. Yeah. Keep in mind, Brandon Jones is the same one that lied about a man having a knife and shot and killed him. Of his anniversary month, I guess, February of 2019. My home invasion from the police and the dog pound was February 2018. Prior to that, let me remind anyone that's not, up to date on everything, that prior to that, January 2018, I had a lieutenant from the range station, a little bitch, and this is the same bitch that was involved that night too. Threatened to take me to jail if I didn't get off my car that was being illegally repoed. I have, more than one vehicle with my other vehicle. I had gotten a title loan on. I had to take care of some things, and I had defaulted on it. I had paid it good for a while though, y'all. And but they had written it off. So here comes Henderson towing. He breaks the lock, drags the car out, drags Sasha, one of my dogs that they stole, dragged her with the car part of the way in her kennel. I sit on the median. We both call the police. Legally, look at your Tennessee code annotated. It tells you that the police are not to assist with a repo. And if the piece is breached, that the police are to tell the repo driver to leave. It says that all day, every day. Also, really what that cop, dirty motherfucker, should have done was taken a police report for him breaking and entering. Not only have I verified that with the Tennessee code annotated, I also verified that with several reputable towing companies in Tennessee. Yeah. But when Henderson Towing was trespassing on my property and broke behind my lock gate behind my dwelling, he had a smirk on his face. I mean, that motherfucker there had the shittiest grin. I mean, because he already knew that they were in collusion. And so I'm sitting on the median. I don't know what made me jump on there. I was like in TV when they like told shit. Like, no, motherfucker, you're not gonna take my shit. Fuck you. And so I'm like, you on my damn property and shit. And they're not supposed to come on private property either, especially not behind a dwelling. And so the cop let me tell you what the lieutenant told me. Dirty motherfucker. He says, I tell you what. Now he's looking down on me. It was two younger cops, so I do what they tell you to do. Now, if I had been white, a man or a white man, there's no way these son of a bitches would have done any of this. And it makes me extra pissed off. Okay? This son of a bitch looks at me and says, I tell you what, you can get off of there and I'll take you to jail and they're gonna take your car. Or we could take you to jail. What did he say? Well, either way, he's gonna take the car. That is motherfucking illegal all motherfucking day. Illegal. Against my civil rights and civil liberties. All fucking day. Look it up. Look it up. They get away with what they think they can get away with. There's no telling how many other people he's violated like this. Then the bitch tells me this is civil. That goddamn son of a bitch, which one is it? Which one is it? You already violated my goddamn rights. So is this shit civil? Or what? Make up your mind. Oh, I know what it is. Because I'm not white, because I'm not a white man, and because I'm not a man or a white female, you just automatically think. Now, see, that's the Memphis racist mentality. You just automatically think you can just do what the fuck you want to me on my property. That's the shit I'm talking about. And a motherfucker loves, this is what they do. They try to say a motherfucker's crazy or this or that to cover up their dirt because they feel like, oh, that's the go-to. Oh, well, they're crazy. You're crazy for exercising your constitutional rights. You're crazy for standing up for yourself. You're crazy for challenging a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm supposed to be safe in my own home and on my own property. What's the point in having laws? Oh, I forgot. The laws are only good for the crooked ass motherfucking police when they want to abide by them. That's a problem. That's why Memphis is not worth shit. It'll never be shit here. This is a shit ass place. Well, on that note, I think I'll end this for the night. Thank you for listening. We're about to go to bed. We're about to go night-night. I'm going to cut off some of this noise. I have not slept straight through the night since all this has happened either. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, donate, and thank you. Good night.